He tore his Achilles and still made a free throw. That's not just talent, that's heart. These are the 10 times NBA players showed unbelievable heart on the court. Moments that prove this game is deeper than basketball. At number 10, we've got Kobe Bryant's torn Achilles moment. In 2013, late in a tight game, Kobe went down. He had torn his Achilles, one of the worst injuries in sports. But instead of collapsing or walking off, Kobe stood up, walked to the line, and calmly sank 2 free throws before limping off the court. That wasn't about points. That was about pride, pain, and Mamba mentality.
Then, your kids walk in and you're like, I gotta set an example.
He finished what he started, even if it cost him a season. At number 9, it's Stephen Curry honoring his grandmother. In 2023, Steph lost one of the most important women in his life, his grandma, Candy Adams. Most players would have taken the night off. Steph dropped 47 points. After the game, he said, "Heaven gained an angel. We lost our heart." He turned grief into greatness. That's what legends do. At number 8, Isaiah Thomas plays through the unthinkable. In 2017, just one day after his younger sister China was killed in a car crash, IT suited up for Game 1 of the playoffs. He dropped 33 points, heartbreaking, heroic, unforgettable. At number 7, Giannis Antetokounmpo silenced the doubters. In the Eastern Conference Finals, Giannis hyperextended his knee, badly. Everyone assumed he'd missed the finals, but not Giannis. He came back, and in Game 6, he dropped 50 points to win the championship. He said, "I did it for my city, for my family." That's not just dominance, that's devotion.
I wanted to do it here in the city, I wanted to do it with these guys, so I'm happy. I'm happy that we were able to get it done.
At number 6, Paul George made the impossible comeback. In 2014, during a Team USA scrimmage, PG suffered one of the most gruesome injuries in NBA history, a compound leg fracture. It was so bad, players turned away in shock. Doctors weren't sure he'd walk right again, let alone play. But he fought through rehab, came back, and turned himself into an all-star again.
He didn't just beat the injury. He beat the doubt. At number 5, Tyrese Halliburton played through it all. In the 2025 NBA Finals, Halliburton was already nursing a calf injury. Then, in Game 7, the biggest game of his life, he suffered a full Achilles tear. He limped off the court, emotional, devastated, but proud. He later said, "I'd do it all again. For this city, for these guys." He gave everything he had, literally, for the game he loves. At number 4, Shaun Livingston rewrote his fate. In 2007, Shaun suffered a catastrophic knee injury, dislocation, torn ACL, MCL, PCL, and nerve damage. Doctors told him he might lose his leg, but Livingston didn't give up. He spent years grinding in rehab, clawed his way back into the league, and became a key piece of a Warriors dynasty, winning 3 NBA titles, from near amputation to champion. That's heart. At number 3, Derrick Rose gave the world chills. He was the youngest MVP in NBA history. Then came the injuries, the doubts, the jokes. People gave up on him. But in 2018, with the Timberwolves, D. Rose dropped 50 points in a game that felt like destiny. The crowd chanted his name. Teammates cried. Rose said through tears, "This is for everyone who believed in me and everyone who didn't." One of the most emotional nights in NBA history. At number 2, 2 players with different paths but the same resilience. Grant Hill and Klay Thompson. Grant was a superstar whose career was derailed by ankle injuries, but he kept fighting, reinvented himself, and played solid minutes deep into his 30s. And then there's Klay. After tearing his ACL in 2019, he tore his Achilles during rehab. 2 straight years gone. Most players don't come back from one of those injuries. He came back from both and helped the Warriors win it all. That's a comeback the league will never forget. And at number 1, the moment that shook the world. The death of Kobe Bryant. In January 2020, just hours after congratulating LeBron James for passing him on the all-time scoring list, Kobe and his daughter Gianna were killed in a helicopter crash. The world stopped. NBA games began with 8-second and 24-second violations in his honor. The Lakers held an emotional tribute night where LeBron said, "Mamba out, but not forgotten." Kobe's death transcended sports.
Tributes poured in globally. The NBA renamed the All-Star MVP trophy after him. 2 jerseys retired. One legacy that will never die. Kobe didn't just inspire a generation, he united the world. These weren't just basketball games, they were battles of spirit, of pain, of pride, of heart. If this video hit you in the feels, drop a like, hit subscribe, and comment which moment stuck with you the most. These athletes didn't just play the game, they gave everything to it. And that's what makes them legends.